G'day guys, so it's been a little while since we last spoke. I think last time we spoke we did the Kings Canyon Scenic Rim Walk. So from there we moved on to Alice Springs. So I'll give you a review about Alice Springs, an honest review in my opinion, in a sec. All I would say is when we drove from Kings Canyon to Alice Springs, we tapped the route into the nav and didn't mention anywhere about unsealed roads or whatever. And after the Cape trip, I kind of wanted to stay off of unsealed roads this trip, just I didn't want all the repair work when I got back. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, we had 100 kilometres of unsealed road to get to Alice from where we were. Started off as quite a steady gravel track really, but then we got into some massive rocks and corrugations and got really bumpy, and you could hear all the rocks pinging off the underside of the car and the camper. So as I always do when we finish the unsealed roads, I have a little look to see if there's any damage or whatever. And I noticed there was water pouring out from under the camper. What happened is a rock had hit the plastic elbow for the water tank of the camper, snapped it clean off, so we lost 170 litres of water on that road. Also damaged a bit of the end cap for the side step, the running rail, which I've super glued for now, but I'll have to get a new one of them. And it quite badly damaged one of our tyres. Unfortunately, I've replaced 3 of the tyres. This was the last tyre that was remaining from the Cape trip. It was still half decent, so I kept it on there. It got pretty knocked around on that trip, so I was keeping my eyes on it. Anyway, we got to Alice Springs. So the review for Alice Springs would be that I think it's fair comment what people say about it. It is rough around the edges. When you drive into Alice Springs, it's actually pretty beautiful. There's mountains both sides and it's really like open countryside, and it looks really nice. Went to a campsite. The campsite was really nice, and the guy that he owned it, he came out, meeted and greeted us, saw us onto our camp, and I kind of asked him about what to expect when we went into the town, and he said, as long as you are back before 8:30, he said, I actually encourage you to go out into the town and have a look around and see what it's all about. So he said that it's not as bad as what people say in the daytime, but it is pretty bad at night. So I asked him if he could recommend anywhere. He recommended a place called Bojangles, which was kind of like a museum, like a saloon bar grill, but it was like a museum. It looked really cool actually when we googled it. So we tapped it into the nav, drove there, and all the shutters were down, even though Google said it was open. Then I realised that the shutters were down in most places within the town, even though they were open, and I guess that's because the locals have been known to go around smashing windows with rocks, etc. So the shops are just kind of protecting their business. But on this occasion, it actually was closed. There was a sign up that said it was open. Google said it was open, but the doors were locked, so I'm not too sure what was going on that particular day. There was another bar there called Uncle's Tavern. It looked pretty busy. It was kind of on-street parking and a couple of car parks across the way. But within those car parks, there were a lot of cars with smashed rear windows, smashed side windows. Whilst we didn't feel unsafe in Alice and we didn't get any trouble, we kind of had a feel about it that it could be trouble, and we kind of agreed it wasn't worth parking the car there and risking getting the window smashed or whatever, because it just affects the onward journey. So we went back to the campsite, parked in the campsite, walked next door to Alice Springs Brewery. We had dinner in there, a couple of drinks, and yeah, it was actually really nice. So I think it's a shame about Alice. I can understand why the locals are aggravated, especially if it did used to be a nice place. It's just very run down now. The town is very, very run down. It just needs a bit of TLC, a bit of money spent on it, a bit of love and attention, and I think it could be a really nice place again, because like I say, it's in an absolutely beautiful setting. So I'm really actually glad we went to see it. So yeah, there's my review on Alice. I'll do another video telling you what we've been up to since then. Cheers guys, speak soon.